Hello kids, today we have read Science, Class 6, Chapter number 7, Getting to Know Plants. When you visit a garden, figure 7.1, in your neighborhood, you find plants of different kinds. Some plants have colorful flowers, while some have only white colored flowers. Some plants have only leaves and no flowers. Some plants are tall and shady. Select any 5 plants growing in your surrounding and note down the difference between them in the table given below. Plants play an important role in our existence. All living beings depend on plants for food and shelter. They produce oxygen which mixes with air. Plants also provide other useful substances such as wood and medicine. Types of plants. Plants are broadly classified into herbs, shrubs, and trees depending on their size. Herbs. Herbs are plants with soft and thin grass stems. They are usually short in height and do not have many branches. They do not live for more than a few months. Coriander, figure 7.2. Mustard and tomato are examples of herbs. Shrubs. Shrubs are plants with thin, hard, woody stems. They grow to a medium height. The stem branches near the base of the plants. Hibiscus, figure 7.3. Rose and lemon are examples of shrubs. Trees. Trees are tall plants with thick, hard and woody stems. The stem is called the trunk. The branches grow high above the ground. Trees live for many years. Some plants have weak stems. They cannot stand upright without support. These plants grow along the ground. Such plants are called creepers. Watermelon, figure 7.5a. Pumpkin and bitter gourd are examples of creepers. Some plants with weak stems climb up with the support of other plants or man-made structures. These plants are called climbers. Grapevine, pea and money plant, figure 7.5, are examples of climbers. A plant has two main parts: the root system, which grows in the soil, and the shoot system, which grow above the soil. The root system. A plant can't survive without roots. If we cut off the roots of a plant and fix it back in the soil, the plant dries up and dies after some time. The roots of a plant have 4 important functions. Roots hold the plant firmly. Roots absorb water and nutrients from the soil for the plants. Roots help in transpiration of water and minerals up to the stem and into the branches. Roots prevent soil erosion by holding soil particles together. Let us perform activity 1 and 2 to understand the functions of root. See activity 1 and activity 2. Observe the roots of green gram ground in activity 1. Now compare the roots of green gram with that of grasses. You will find that they are different. There are 2 types of roots. Some plants have one main thick root with smaller roots branching out from it. This is called a taproot. Figure 7.6 in the next page. The fine branches of a taproot are called lateral roots. Mango, pine, carrot, bitterroot, and radish are examples of plants with the taproot system. Some plants have many fine fiber like roots attached to the base of the stem. The roots are similar and bushy in appearance. This is called fiber roots. Figure 7.c B. See the figure. A. Taproot and B. Fiber roots. Maize, wheat, rice, and onion are examples of plants with fiber roots. Modifications of roots. Apart from the main functions already discussed, some roots also perform other functions. For example, the roots of some plants such as carrot, radish, and bitterroot store food. The roots of these plants are eaten as food. Some roots called aerial roots or prop roots are designed to provide extra support to the plant. Banyan figure 7.7 and mangroves have aerial roots. The shoot system. The shoot system of plants consists of the stem, leaves, flowers, and fruits. Stem. The stem is the main part of the shoot system. It is green or woody and usually grow upright towards sunlight. The stem has the following functions. It supports the leaves, branches, flower, and fruits of the plant. It carries water and nutrients from the roots to every part of the plant. It carries food made by the leaves to the other parts of the plant. Plants have sets of thin tubes in the roots connected to the network of thin tubes in the stem. One set of tubes carries water and minerals from the roots to the rest of the plant. Another set of tubes carries the food made by the leaves to the rest of the plant. Modifications of the stem. The stem of some plants are modified to perform additional function. In plants such as potato, figure 7.9a, ginger and turmeric, the stem is modified to store food. The stem grow underground in this plant. In desert plants such as cactus, the stem are fleshy and swollen as they store water. The green stem of desert plants such as cactus, figure 7.9b, make food through photosynthesis as their leaves are reduced to spines. The stem of plants such as rose and bougainvillea grow thorns to protect them from being eaten by animals. The stems of plants such as pea, gourd, and grapevine are weak. Hence, the stem grow thread-like structure called tendrils, figure 7.9c, which coil around nearby objects to give support to the plant. See activity number 3. Leaf. Leaves are called the food factories of the plants. The food that the leaf make sustains all animal life on land. Leaves are of various types, different in size, shapes, and color. Leaves are flat, broad, and numerous. In order to capture as much sunlight as possible, they are arranged on the stem in such a way that each leaf gets sufficient sunlight. Parts of a leaf. The flat green blade like part of the leaf is called the lamina. It is attached to the stem with a short stalk called the petiole. When you look closely at the leaf, you will notice numerous lines on it. These lines are called veins. The thick vein in the middle of the leaf is called the midrib. The veins help in the movement of food, water, and minerals in the leaves. Different types of leaves is shown in figure 7.11. Parts of leaf. The pattern formed by the veins on the leaf is called leaf vention. In plants with fibrous roots, the veins are leaves run parallel to each other. This pattern is called parallel ventions. Figure 7.12a. In plants with tap roots, the veins on the leaves form a net-like design. This pattern is called reticulate ventions. Figure 7.12b. See the activity 4. Photosynthesis. The most important function of leaves is to prepare food. Leaves are green in color because of the presence of a green substance called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll traps the energy of sunlight, which is used to convert water, mineral, and carbon dioxide into oxygen and food. The process by which leaves make food using water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll is called photosynthesis. Figure 7.13. The leaves give out oxygen during the process of photosynthesis. The food prepared by the leaves is stored as starch in different parts of the plant, such as its leaves, flower, fruit, stems, and roots. See the figure 7.13 photosynthesis. See the activity 5 and activity 6. Transpirations. Plants exchange gases through tiny opening in the leaves called stomata. The leaves take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen during the process of photosynthesis. Through the stomata, the leaves also release water into the air through the stomata. This process is called transpirations. Figure 7.16. Transpirations serve the following purpose. It helps to cool down the plants just as sweating keep our body cool. As more water escapes through the leaves, the roots absorbs more water from the soil to compensate for the loss. This water brings with it more nutrients from the soil. Transpirations adds moisture to the atmosphere. See activity 7. Modifications of the leaf. Leaves to some plants are modified to perform function other than making food. Some leaves of climbers grow tendrils. Figure 7.18a to help the plants hold on to a support. In desert plants such as cacti, the leaves are modified into spines. Figure 7.18b to minimize to loss of water. The spines also protect the plant from being eaten by animal. Leaves of plants such as spinach, cabbage, and lettuce store extra food. Figure 7.18c and are eaten as vegetables. Flower. The flower is the reproduced organ to the plant. It comes in various colors, shapes and size and give off fragrance. Some flowers have an uplift on no smell at all. Plants that have flower are classified as flowering plants. Figure 7.19a. There are plants such as fern, pine, tree. Figure 7.19b. And moss which do not have flower. These plants are called non-flowering plants. Parts of a flower. Through flower vary greatly, they have some common features. Figure 7.20 show the parts of a flower. The outermost part of the flower consisting of green leaf-like parts are called sepals. The sepals protect the flower when it is bud and support the petals. When it blooms, the sepals in different flowers may be joined or separate. The petals are the structure that surround their inner part of the flower. They are usually thin and colorful to attract insects for the process of reproduction. Some plants have white flower with a sweet fragrance to attract insects. Petals in different flowers may be joined or separate. When you take apart the petals, you can see the inner parts of the flower. The male part of the flower consists of stems. Figure 7.21. Each stamen is made up of a stalk-like part called filament, which is topped by a sac-like another. The another contains pollen grains. The fine powdery substance needed for the process of the reproduction. In the center of the flower lies the female part called the carpel. Figure 7.22. It has three parts. Its slightly sloped base is called the ovary. It is connected by a short tube-like part called style to the sticky top called stigma. The ovary contains tiny bead-like structure called ovules. These ovules later become seeds. It's interesting. A sunflower looks like one large flower, but each head actually consists of hundreds of tiny flowers called florets. Figure 7.23. See the activity number 8. Pollinations. Pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from the another to the stigma of the same flower on another flower of the same kind. This process takes place with the help of wind, water or insects. Figure 7.25. After a flower is pollinated, the ovary swell up to form the fruit and the ovules develop into seeds. Science vocabulary. It means keywords. Taproot, a thick main root that has secondary roots. Fiber roots, bushy roots at the base of stem. Tendril, a supportive thread-like structure on a stem of leaf. Lamina, flat protein of the leaf. Petiole, the stalk that attach a leaf to the stem. Vention, the pattern of Venus on a leaf. Midrib, the main vine on a leaf. Photosynthesis, The process by the which plant make food in the presence of sunlight. Chlorophyll, energy trapping green substance found in leaves. Stomata, opening on a leaf. Transpirations, the process by which leaf loses water. Reproduction, the process by which living being produce young ones. Stamen, male reproductive part of the flower consisting of the filament and another. Carpel, female reproductive part of the flower consisting of the ovary, style and stigma. Ovule, tiny ball-like structure which become the seeds. Pollination, the process by which pollen grain are transferred from the another to the stigma. So kids, finish our chapter. My name is Mamta Nagar. You need any queries this chapter, please write the comment box. Thank you.